Good afternoon. So finally got to Labor Day weekend. We're going to go for our first camping trip using the Silverado EV. Got the bikes loaded on with the Yakima rack, fit well. The rack, I had to drill some holes, but they went into those mounting locations that it seems like GM has for things like this, and very happy with that. All right, our plan is to go to Foster Falls, which is about 50 miles from here. So it should be easy to do with the truck and the camper. We're gonna stay there Friday night through Monday morning. Temperatures are hot right now, like 95 degrees. But it's supposed to rain some, cool off, be in the upper 80s. I'm hoping that's true. But we'll probably be using air quite a bit. We're going to Foster Falls, which is a dry campground, so no power, no water. They do have a bathhouse, but we're gonna power the camper off of the Silverado EV, and we're gonna do some biking and hiking and things like that. I'll just share with you different aspects of the trip and let you know how it goes, using the power base for the camper for the weekend, and what kind of mileage we're getting, and also how much energy we're using with the power base. So here's one thing that's a little aggravating. When you have the hitch in, it's like buzzing and saying there's something behind you. I'm gonna see if that goes off when I put it in trailer mode. Maybe that will stop it from thinking there's something back there. But hey, there's a hitch, get over it. Okay, quit buzzing, so I guess it's okay. Nope, nope, still buzzing. Thinks there's something I'm about to hit. It's the hitch. But the hitch camera is awesome. Silver Dan was right. If you take it out of one pedal driving, it's much smoother backing up to the trailer and doesn't jerk and requires more input, accelerator input. We'll show the mileage, 501, 100%, and I'm gonna put it in trailer mode. You can watch the numbers go down, and this is just sort of what it's estimating trailer mode will do, but it probably will go to close to half. Still dropping. All right, 245 from 501. The hitch camera is awesome. I used to have to back up and forth maybe 10 times to get it on. And I had to do a few times this time, but really just me getting used to the camera. Here we are pulling away with 100% charge, 252 miles of range, and we've got 50-mile journey ahead of us, and Google is saying it's going to take an hour and 14 minutes. We got some traffic downtown, so we'll see how it goes. entrance to Foster Falls. I forget it's back there.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like,
Here,
drive under these tree limbs.
it's so dry. It looks like the trees are changing.
I know, look.
They're really not. It's just been so dry.
They are.
Yeah, but I think it's because of the dryness.
It's not cold, it's dry. Yeah. There's leaves on the ground already.
It's not even September.
I know.
Are you sure it's not fall? You step outside, you'll know.
Well,
I know it's 81.
83.
Mine says
like-
81.
on the right.
Definitely better than it was at the house.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I got
scorching.
11,000 steps already.
Yeah.
Fiery Gizzard South Entrance. TVA Foster Falls and Small Wild Area.
Mhm. I remember being here now.
I don't. But I'll remember. I remember Raph and being here, but I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Caution slow. I think that's the hiking trail there.
I think we got here dark with them though, didn't we?
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll get there and we'll see. I'm excited.
Me too.
Is that a pop-up and a
Glad we're getting
pickup?
here before dark. With it being so dark, there's no lights.
Look, it's on top of their car.
It is. That's pretty cool. I think. Yeah, do not enter. I think you got
It's like a
this way.
temporary. That's cool. And then they got a tent too.
Yeah.
Keep your stuff or yeah.
It's cool. It's a hard top. It shouldn't leak and stuff.
That's cool.
I'm looking for other campers.
Sure,
We're gonna be the
hammocks.
only camper.
That's okay.
It is. Yeah, we got their hammocks up.
We got hammocks we could put up, but not with rain. They got chairs
Yeah.
like us. They're like,
Yeah.
why are they pulling that camper here?
Yeah.
You wait, I got an EV truck.
Doing.
Better not be in my
He's just
campsite.
sitting there. Yeah, we start. I think we go around the curve, and ours comes up. I believe it's all tents. It's like not very crowded, is it?
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hard to enjoy. We came in the fall last time; it was almost full. Here's 15. I think we're gonna be close to the bathhouse.
Did you pick 18
We were
because you
like-
liked it? Or?
Yeah, we had it down as one of the ones we liked.
Cool.
We were
There's
in like
17.
6 last time. We were like, wait.
Yeah.
I think that's us right there. It looks kind of challenging to back into.
I'm like, glad we picked that one.
Or
Where do we
no,
put the
this
camper?
one.
Like, where do we put the camper? But yeah.
So, yep. Let's stop. All right, folks, we got here with 76% left. We've got the camper parked. We're getting ready to set up camp. And I did wait like 4 or 5 miles before I reset trip 2. Forgot at the house, but 43 miles. It was probably closer to like 49, 50. But 0.9 miles per kilowatt hour. And there was a lot of stop and go traffic. And then we came up the mountain really well. This thing has so much power. You have to make yourself slow down so you don't throw things around in the camper. But amazing to drive versus my F-150. I'll take a shot of the camp, and I've already got power base turned on. The air's running in the camper. It's awesome. All right, here's a shot of our campsite. Great location. Somebody a little bit over that way, and nobody in that site yet. Again, this is a dry camp site. No water, no power. And we've got our camper set up, and I'm able to open the very back of the tonneau. Just a little crack there. And then the power base is running back to the plug in the back there. And I got the watchdog plugged in here, which you can't quite see. But I have my tennis ball hack in place, so no blinking lights. And we'll see how things go. All right, we've been here all night. The air ran quite a bit, not constant, but we dropped from 76 to 70%. It is awesome to have power in a dry campground. Be able to run power. We ran internet. We were able to watch Netflix, air working, refrigerator, all those things that go with having power. It feels luxurious having this truck. It really is awesome. We're gonna go biking today. The trailer will be on its own on just the trailer batteries, and the batteries are topped up though thanks to this truck, and it's been great so far.
Because of situations he created, he was reeled in tight. He did not have a lot of freedom.
Yep.
But I think he's getting a taste of, hey, when you make fairly good decisions, you get freedom, you know? Are you listening, or are you focused on your video?
I'm listening.
I don't mind.
I did. All right, here we are at an EV Go station. I am turned on Auto Charge Plus, so it enrolled. I'm at 54%. Honestly, I think we could have made it home without charging, but they gave me $5 off, and we just want to try it again. I'm charging at 188 kilowatts at 54%, so pretty happy with that. We're going to charge for a little while and then head back to the campground. Okay, we're sitting here at a charger on Mount Eagle. We are on our first camping trip we've ever been on with this truck, and we pulled the camper for about an hour and a half. It was only about 50 miles, but we had a lot of traffic. And we've been here since Friday night. We've stayed Friday night, Saturday, and now it is Sunday, midday Sunday. The truck was on 54%, and we pulled the camper up the mountain. We've been powering the camper all weekend, and we just drove an hour and a half to go to church with Tanya's parents, and it was on 54%. But we're charging. We had $5 free. Thought we'd try it out. So, Tanya, what's your impressions of camping with Silverado EV?
I couldn't tell a difference as far as we were dry camping, but we weren't dry camping. We had electricity, we had air conditioning, showers. Everything's been great.
So the power base has worked great for us. We haven't had it blink any. It's been rainy and messy weather, but it's worked great. The only problem is we got to unplug the camper when we go somewhere, but there's some batteries on the camper for that, and they've done okay for that. But we have been able to use our camper like normal, and actually I feel a little guilty. We're in a dry campground. We're the only one in there running our air conditioner, and it's pretty hot outside, but it's been really nice. I actually forget that we're dry camping. It's just like a regular campground.
The Wi-Fi's been nice too. We've had Wi-Fi. We shouldn't have it there, and we've had Wi-Fi. We were able to run and do our TV, our Netflix and stuff, so that's been nice.
It really has felt like a luxury place.
Definitely.
Not somewhere in the woods. We've been at Foster Falls Campground, which is a small campground. The dry campground, no generators allowed, so we've been able to run our air and all the things on the camper. We've used a microwave, TV, all of those things, and water heater, and we've been running it on electric as well. What were your thoughts of pulling with this truck versus our F-150, Tanya? Any difference you've noticed?
I didn't drive, so I haven't pulled it, but riding behind, we couldn't tell. Like going up the mountain, I figured we'd chug or be slow, and we didn't. Like you made the comment, you actually pulled out and passed some trucks because you knew you had the power.
Definitely, the power's there. In the F-150, we had to pick our times to pass. Like we couldn't do it going uphill because we didn't have enough power to complete the pass. We'd have to wait until a flat or downhill. This doesn't matter. You just pull out when you want to, and you really like you're driving a regular car. You have to remind yourself that you have something behind you. And then the other thing, going up the mountain, great power, and the curves handles really good. I actually have to tell myself to slow down, not to throw things around in the camper too much, because this thing is ready to drive on those mountain roads. And it's just night and day between this and a gas truck pulling on hills or a mountain. And you have to do it to understand the difference. But we've had a great time. It's been wonderful, actually, with the truck. We've got our bikes mounted on back. That has worked well, and enjoyed biking yesterday, except for getting caught in the rain. but we're still got another night, and looking forward to getting back home with the truck and going on more trips in the future. All right, we got home with the camper, left with 62%, got home with 42%. 57 miles, we went a little extra to dump and also went to Cracker Barrel, so 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour on the way back. Okay guys, wanted to give you final thoughts on taking our truck camping for the first time. We went to Foster Falls campground, dry campground. Used power base. We were there for 3 nights. It rained a lot while we were there. So first off, pulling with the Silverado EV is amazing. So this truck drives really good. It has power. It goes, I would put it down as a good gas truck. It accelerates, it does well, but it's not like putting you in your seat like a Tesla does. And I would call it a better than average driving truck. And it does well, it's fun to drive. But when you put a trailer behind it, it comes alive, in my opinion. And it is amazing to drive this truck compared to a gas truck or a diesel truck pulling. It is a very good acceleration, just lays the torque down, takes off great, very good control, not messing with all these transmission shifts, and it just goes with a load behind it. So it's really exciting to drive pulling a trailer. I know that sounds weird, but it's amazing. It has the same feeling when I first drove a Tesla, how good that felt driving a Tesla compared to a regular gas car. This truck has that same feeling when pulling something compared to pulling with diesel or gas. It is exciting to drive. So enough on that, but really good. Pulling up the mountain, just plenty of power. As I mentioned earlier, had to remind myself to slow down in these curves because the truck just wants to go, not throw things around in the camper too much, but handled the curves and the mountain grade easily. And on the interstate, didn't get to drive a lot on the interstate, but what I did, I was able to pull out and pass with ease, could keep up with regular traffic, and didn't have to stay in line with the semis if I didn't want to. And I had to in my F-150, especially if it was uphill grade. I just couldn't pass because I didn't have enough power at speed, like 70. Now, as far as at the campground, dry camping, wanted to try the power base out. Worked perfectly. I used the watchdog in there just as a protection. Didn't trip at all. The air was great to have. It was still fairly hot and humid, and we were able to use the hot water heater, microwave, all those things, and refrigerator ran fine, and keep our batteries charged in the camper. We did go there before and our batteries went dead on the camper. I just have lead acid batteries. They didn't make it through the weekend. So this time was easy. We'd just leave. I checked them once. They were at 95% when we got back. So we do have a solar panel on top of the camper, which helps during the day. It just depends on the site you have. Wi-Fi in the truck, we used it. Netflix worked flawlessly with it. Now our phones, it would be fast sometimes, slow sometimes. I had 1 or 2 times I couldn't even connect to the truck Wi-Fi. So a little spotty with the phones. But I went out and reset it and it worked okay. So not sure what's going on there with the Wi-Fi, but it worked well. It was just a few glitches on the Wi-Fi. Going there, we went up the mountain. So we got 0.9 pulling there. There was stop and go traffic. It was Friday afternoon, Labor Day weekend. Coming home on Monday morning, less traffic, and we got 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour. So I guess you could say we averaged 1 pulling the camper. But drove the truck several times, while camping, and enjoyed it. Did really well up and down the mountain a few times, things like that. And otherwise, I'm really pleased with the truck. I did have to leave the back of the tonneau cover slightly open to get the cord out for power base, but that wasn't too big of a deal. And overall, we really enjoyed it. Tanya commented how quiet the truck is pulling. We actually heard the weight distribution pop once or twice. We never heard that in the other truck. I think it was just because it's so noisy compared to this one. But overall, great experience. I look forward to taking it to a regular campground and maybe at least trickle charging the truck some in the campground, and see how that goes at some future date. But we had a great experience pulling and using power base from the truck at the campground.